I'm Ryan. I'm trans. I write trans poetry I just slam poetry class, and I needed to record a video of my final, and I didn't do that, so I'm doing it right now. Content warning: it talks about violence against trans people, so if you need to leave it. Good morning, America. Welcome to your daily news. Today's story reports that more than 350 transgender and gender diverse people have been killed in 2024. A sobering report from the Trans Murder Monitoring Project. Star Brown, a black transgender woman, was shot and killed in Memphis in the early morning hours of April 19th after she finished her work shift. Andrea Doria dos Passos, 37, a transgender woman who was experiencing homelessness, was found beaten to death. Liara Kylie Tsai, a 35-year-old transgender woman who was a well-regarded Trevor Project volunteer, was killed in Minnesota. Polly A. Likens, a 14-year-old trans girl, was murdered and dismembered in Pennsylvania. Non-binary 17-year-old River Nevea Goddard was found dead. Katie Monroe, Sasha Williams, T.K. Hill, Diamond Bigman, T. Arnold. How many times do we gotta die for you to see that we are real? To be a transgender youth is to wake up every morning to see headlines of another death. It is to feel the river of pain between your body and your brain. It is to know that people imagine what lives beneath your clothes rather than the person who lives right in front of them. It is to wonder if your name will be printed on your high school diploma or a headline and a tombstone first. To be gendered is to answer every question before it is asked, to ask no questions. I follow my cues, I say all the right lines. My body is a hollow instrument carved from broken branches, strings wrapped around my lungs, breathing in spite of me. I speak only when I am spoken for. Obedience is a safer body than mine, as if I were just the image in the mirror. But when I look in the mirror, I cannot tell if it's my reflection or someone else's. To untangle this body from the girl I was woven into, tear out the seams and remake me into something the world can understand. But change isn't easy when instruction has become reflex. I wish my body didn't need a gender. I wish I didn't have to be a real boy or a real girl. I am so tired of being told I am not real when I am standing right in front of you. I wish I didn't have to be real to be allowed to exist. Note to self. Making yourself visible does not mean you will be seen. My body is still far from any kind of home. It still hurts to breathe too deeply. Home is a body where you get to be you. Have you ever felt that? Have you? To be trans is to be your own pallbearer, to carry the weight of a dead person around with you. My gender can't speak, but even if it could, it would stay hidden in the corner of every room, trying to keep quiet anyway. Learn to piece my parts together on an assembly line. Learn to code a language where I am not excluded. If my gender had a pair of arms, it'd point out all the rallies I didn't get the invitation for. How in the second wave, we fought for gender equality and limited the number to 2. If my gender had legs, it would sprint to leave this place and find some place I can be reborn into the person I am meant to be. A place without your hate, a place without your laws. Head becomes the hand, becomes the mind, becomes the knife. I want to be reborn, but how many times do I gotta die? Dear young trans kids, I see you. Hate is alive and well in too many lunchrooms, taught in the silence of too many teachers, passed down like secondhand clothing from too many parents. I know you feel like your life is under a microscope, analyzed from all the wrong angles. I know you feel that you need to conceal your transness to be safe from a world that has it out for you. I know you hear voices that tell you to try to quit being who you are. Dear trans kids, you are perfect. If you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer, stare a little longer. Because there's something inside you that made you keep trying despite everyone who told you to quit. You built a cast around your broken heart, you signed it yourself, you signed it, they were wrong. They are wrong. Today and every day you will be who you are, you will be visible. Today and every day is Trans Day of Remembrance, Trans Day of Visibility, Trans Day of Rage, Trans Day of dancing until we can't anymore, Trans Day of no apologies, Trans Day of morning coffee in bed, Trans Day of never having to explain our bodies or language, Trans Day of eyeliner and glitter and body hair and sweat and flashing lights. Trans Day of we are going to make our own world. Trans Day of coming home. Trans Day of living a long, long life. This world is broken and we're the only thing that's going to keep it together. Dear world, don't be surprised when we break free.